Hi, this is Debbie Kaufman, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are going to do this sympathy card. This sympathy card features the Splendid Thoughts. We'll be using this stamp set here. Inspired Thoughts, we'll be using for sympathy. The dies, Splendid Stem dies, to cut out the leaves or stems. Stylish Shapes, because we're going to be using that to do the vellum and the circles. And the frame florets, I don't have that here right now, but that's what I did with the leaves and Para Pizzazz, and then the dots and spots dies. So there's quite a bit of dies associated with it. The first thing is you're going to have your Tahitian tied cardstock, your base cardstock. It's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Half a sheet of cardstock, and then scored in half. You will have your basic white, which is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, the same size as the front of your cardstock, and I ran that through the dots and spots dies. I like this die because you can put so many different colors behind it. And that will glue on there. And then the Stylish Shapes for the vellum and for the Tahitian tied circle and for the basic white circle, and then the leaves will go underneath, which we'll need to poke out the leaves. So let's go ahead and start stamping. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our burn leaves. And you can also see the shininess. That's the Wink Estella on there. So we're going to stamp it there on a piece of scrap white. We're going to stamp it on the inside, and we're going to stamp it on the envelope. So there's 3 places that we need to stamp it. And we are using Balmy Blue to stamp. And first on the scratch paper, this is what we'll use to die cut out. And then on the inside, and then on your envelope. So you have that stamped in 3 different places. On the inside of the card, well, the outside here we have with heartfelt sympathy, and on the inside, sheltering you with love at a time when words fall short. What I did is I did stamp those in Tahitian tied because I wanted them to pop a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and, as you know, I like to stamp first, so I'm going to stamp with heartfelt sympathy first. Any sentiment you have, this card can be converted to. It does not have to be a sympathy card. A little off to the side, but that's all right. And then sheltering you with love. Okay. Let those dry. And also want to make sure on your kit that you poke out these little pieces here to make sure that they're And this one, I should be trying to keep it on camera here. I'm not very good at that. This little piece here, make sure you get, excuse me. Okay, what I wanted to show you is we're going to color these using the blends and the Stampin' Up! Blends, and I'm using light and dark. I'm not going to color the whole thing on camera, but I'll show you how I like, everybody does things differently, and it doesn't have to be real accurate. I like to start with the light and then come back with the dark. And then blend it in a little bit. Now, what I did is, let me set these aside. I've already die cut. This is with the Balmy Blue blends. I've not added the Wink of Stella. Then I did one using the marker, the Stampin' Right marker. And you can shade with that as well. So if you don't have the blends, you can use the marker. It's a little bit darker, but it's the same thing. Also, you can stamp with the Memento instead of in Balmy Blue. And see, this is the difference. This is the two using the blends. One is stamped in Memento, and then this one is more subtle. So that's the difference with those. And then same with the markers. Memento, and these are both use the markers. So it's your choice, however you want to do it. If you got the Memento and you want that to be popped up a little bit more, you can. Let's put our card together. Now when you're going to put, you have the rough side of the dots and spots and the smooth side. I add just a little bit of glue, but you don't need a lot, remember, because you don't want it to show through your dots. And that is going to go on the front of your card. I'm just going to tap it down so it's straight. See? And it covers the whole card. Then the vellum, we're going to put this on top of it, and I am just going to actually glue this right to the vellum. You can use dimensionals if you want. And that's going to go on there. Now, when you put this down on your card, you only go where your stamp die cut is. Otherwise, it'll show through the vellum. There it goes. And then this is added to this. And then I'm going to dimensional that up. I'm going to kind of put the dimensionals in the center because I want to tuck my leaves in there. So that's going to be here. And then your leaves will be able to glue down and tuck in. And you can use glue dots as well. I'm just using just a little bit of a glue, and I'm kind of tucking that in there. And then this one will be tucked in there as well. You can add glue dots behind. I kind of like mine sticking up a little bit to show a little bit of dimension to them, but you can put some glue dots behind them if you like. And then the inside of your card, once you color it with whatever you choose to do, will go on the inside. And then you add your Wink of Stella, and you have your envelope. So you have a completed card, but again, you can use, this is the one with the memento. This is the one with the markers. So again, you choose how you want to do your card. And then we added a little bit of ribbon with any of the white ribbon you have left over. So this is the sympathy card using the blends. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.